Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over another solo queue video. If you're not familiar with these types of videos, it's basically I take a game, a solo queue game, and I kind of just watch it back. I like to call it a retrospective analysis of just the game, how I play it, what I do, what setups I do, what plays I make, and we just kind of go over it so that I can explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and that can hopefully just help you guys get a little bit better, and it helps me get better as well, because one of the best ways to improve in anything is to watch yourself do it and just kind of pick it apart and figure out what you could have done better. So to start things off, this is bank, obviously. We went upstairs. There's really 3 positions you have to hold on upstairs bank. One is janitor, one is E3, or like top red, slash Trump area, and the third one is stock. If you can hold down those 3 positions, you probably won't lose upstairs. So I decided to play stock. Generally I play it with Wamai so that I can't get naded out and stuff, but I've been really feeling Legion lately, so I decided I'm just gonna play Legion. I can use his ability to hold like top marble and just give me intel if somebody's walking up top marble, top red, stuff like that. And the point of stock is you just sit there and take control. A lot of people play it way too aggressively. Like they'll be walking up on the windows trying to get kills and stuff. You'll see that I'm getting naded here, and that is why I should have been playing Wamai, to be honest. But a lot of people will like walk up, try to get kills. The point of playing stock isn't to get kills. Getting kills is just like a bonus. If you can stay alive in stock, they can't do anything, right? Because you can contest the janitor door walk-in, you can contest a little bit of top square, you can swing out and hold like top marble if they try to drop down marble skylight. You can do so much from stock that you just they can't do anything. Now you'll see I do end up getting a kill, which is good, but I get traded out because I run out of ammo, because I pre-fire a lot when I play stock. And there's a reload glitch in the game right now where if you get super low on ammo, it either won't tell you to reload, it won't tell you you're low, or it will say to reload, and then after you reload, that stays on the screen until you like pull out your ability or switch weapons. It's really annoying, and honestly, it's not the reason why I died, but it is just another thing to add on. So I get my pick, I die, my teammates lose. When you're solo queuing, you can't really expect anything. Just like this round, you'll notice that, so I reinforced the open area hatches, and nobody reinforced the lobby or E1 hatch. So that's just another side effect of solo queuing. So I'm just playing Legion again. Legion is super good for solo queue because you can just get intel on a lot of different gaps, a lot of different walkways that the opponents will take to try to rat in or sneak into the bomb site. Like this one, the guy dropped E1 just immediately, and I get shit on. I mean, he was in a Legion mine, and I contested him a little bit. I backed up, and then he just pre-fired me. So sometimes that happens. Not a great start from me, because if you die, you can't really expect your teammates to win. So all things considered, I didn't win. Now, that being said, if something happens in one round, you should learn from it. So next round, we go basement again. I grab the elevator hatch and the lobby hatch because I know that my teammates won't. So that's just one small adjustment I make. I also throw some Legion mines upstairs, and I kind of decide to contest marble a little bit because I noticed in the last round that they took lobby and kind of worked from there. So if I can contest a little bit, since we have no one else roaming, that just will help us in the long run. Force them to waste resources, waste drones. I might get a pick, just trying to take up as much time as possible. So they hit my Legion mine going in. It's an Osa walking around with a shield. Otherwise, I probably would have killed her. You'll notice I shoot and then I walk away. I don't contest that anymore because I don't see the benefit in it. She has an ACOG. I don't. We both know where each other are. I just don't want to take that fight. And that being said, I had a Legion mine on marble. I figured I'd try to play aggressive off of it. Doesn't work out again. Now this is one of the rare instances where my teammates actually win the round after I do pretty much nothing useful, which is great because going into bank attack with no defensive wins is ridiculously hard. If you can at least get one defensive win, two is preferable, obviously. But if you can get at least one, then the attacking half is a little bit easier because you give yourself one freebie, basically. You're allowed to make one mistake. You're allowed to lose one round, whether that's basement or upstairs attack. Now, they go basement first, which a lot of teams probably should because it is the best bomb site on the bank, especially in ranked. But in the prep phase, I didn't really show this. I don't know why, but I didn't show this me droning a cav. They have a cav this round. She's the one who shoots my first drone. I run my second drone into a cated hatch because I'm an idiot. But the reason why I mentioned the cav is because otherwise what I'm doing here wouldn't make sense. It would kind of look weird. Like I open the door and then walk away. Basically, as I was opening that door, I made the decision in my mind that the easiest way for us to lose this round is for me to solo push into lobby and get interred by a cav. So I decide I'm rotating. I'm not actually going to take lobby. I'm going to walk with teammates, and I'm just going to hold the flank. Because if you drone a cav, you know that cav is going to be flanking. Okay, that is why they're playing cav. They're either ratting in a spot to try to get a free interro, or they're going to flank you mid-round. So I decide I'm going to help teammates, especially since I see the server hatch is open. If she flanks, we're boned. So I hold this flank until she flanks. And sometimes you just need that. Every team needs a cut player, especially if you're playing in a 5-stack. You need somebody to just play flank until, somebody dies and you can throw a drone. And for solo queue, I like to do that because I don't like dying to things I can't control. So if I trust my teammate to be a cut player and I die to it, I can just get pissed off. So I wait for her. I get the kill. I hear somebody top marble here. I kind of potato because I'm opening the hatches, obviously. Opening the hatch, get more pressure, things like that. But I actually make the active decision to not open the site hatch. And that is because of the Goyo that swung up. He ends up getting scared and running back down to site. But if that Goyo would have chowed me and killed me, and I opened the site hatch, he would be able to hold the site walk-in and the plant from the hatch, right? And I would have just gotten my teammates killed. So I make the active decision to not open the site hatch and only open red hatch, just in case I die. That's something that a lot of solo queue players don't really think about. Like they're just like, all right, I opened the hatch, this is good. But if your whole team is taking server and you're the only one in open taking hatches, if you open that hatch and you die, you have lost your team the round. It's the same thing as if I would have walked in solo lobby and gotten interred by that cab. I would have been the reason my team lost. So just kind of trying to keep things like that in mind. Think about it a little bit more when you're playing, not just kind of just do the same thing. You have to adapt, especially when you solo queue. You have to adapt off of what the opponents give you, off of what your team is doing, things like that. For this round, they go upstairs. And one change that not a ton of people really talk about in CJX is you can no longer aim down sights while you're falling. So that makes a couple positions in the game a lot easier to take as an attacker. And this is one of them. On bank attack, I don't have to worry about jump outs as much, because if they jump out on me, they are going to have to hip fire me until they hit the ground. So as long as I can claymore these jump outs, I don't really have to worry about them most of the time. I mean, there's always a chance that they get lucky and hip fire me, right? But in general, they're not going to be able to kill me when they jump out until they hit the ground because of the claymores. And that doesn't come into play this round, but when we go OT, it does end up happening when we attack upstairs. Somebody jumps out into a claymore, and I don't have to do anything because, yeah, they hit me a couple times when they're hip firing on the way down, but that's a free kill for me. And things like this and maps like Cafe, this is just really helpful. Maps that have a lot of windows that you can play. So I decide I'm just going to play the site windows. I think I'm probably playing this a little bit too passive, but I'm the only window player, so I just am really worried about dying. I don't want to give my body, because as long as I'm alive, the defenders have to worry about somebody on the site windows, right? It's just another thing for them to think about. If they kill me, they don't have to look my direction anymore, because I'm the only one there. So I'm just kind of making noise, droning. You'll notice I keep periodically flicking to my lobby cam, just to make sure that nobody's gonna walk down lobby stairs and kill me through the windows. And at about 30 seconds, I swing in, because it looks like my teammates aren't really making a ton of progress, and I kind of get timinged here. I try to swing the Frost janitor door, and I die from Trump. Sometimes timing doesn't really go your way. It is what it is, but you GG, go next. You know, you can't really dwell on things like that. Now they're going basement again, and this time they don't have a cav. So I've been really liking Striker a lot lately, because you really can do anything with them, right? You can open hatches, you can bring nades, you can bring claymores, whatever you want to bring. So I've been really enjoying. I've also been enjoying the way the M4 feels lately to his gun. I've been using the M4, and it just shoots very well. I didn't used to like it, but something about this new controller I got, just, I don't know, slower shooting weapons are just better for me right now. I used to be a high fire rate guy, but lately it's been lower. But regardless, they go basement. I like to take lobby, just because I can open the lobby hatches, and if my teammates want to take open area, I can kind of push from lobby to pinch any defenders that are like trying to contest that. Obviously my teammates are just going for like a straight server take, minus the one ying that comes with me, I think. Actually, I lied. Only 2 of my teammates go server. Nock tries to rat in garage, and then Ying comes lobby with me. But, you notice I'll open the vault hatch. I drone a little bit. It's a 4v3 here. I actually think that the Nock isn't E1. So I decide to drop, because I notice nobody's holding my hatch, and I think that I'm going to try to help the Nock. But obviously the Nock's not there. So I'm kind of on an island by myself. I shoot Goyo's toes a little bit under the rack. That's something that a lot of people don't really do much. I've gotten like an insane amount of kills through drone holes, under racks, things. People just don't do things like that for some reason. They just don't really think about it. But me, if I can get a free kill, I'm going to. And if it takes shooting somebody in the toes 8 times to do it, I'll gladly do that. You'll notice that I was going to do the same thing to Doc there, but he ended up swinging out. When I drop, I shoot as I'm falling. You do that to cover the noise of your laying down. Because when people prone, it makes a specific noise in Siege, and if your opponents hear that, they will know that you're laying down, right? So if you shoot at the same time, that kind of covers the sound of you laying down. And that just kind of helps. I get traded, but my teammates clutch out that round. Now, first round of OT, basement defense is the only one that we've won. So we go basement again. And this time, I know that the opponents have taken lobby every single time that they attack this bomb site. So I got 4 teammates on site. I decide I'm going to rat. This is a really good rat spot for basement defense. I put my goo mine in E2 so that when they go to get the hatch, it'll trigger my goo mine, and I know that they're in there, and I can start making a play. So I'm just sitting in here, waiting, listening to them take lobby, listening to them open lobby hatch, and I know that once he opens lobby hatch, he's going to go open E1 hatch. So I start slowly making my way. Flanking or ratting, you'll notice he hit my goo mine now. So then that's when I decided to move a little bit faster. But like flanking and ratting is all about timing. You can't rush it, right? But you can't take too long either and have all your teammates die on site. It's an art that you have to develop. I don't have a ton of patience when I see that guy. I kind of, my trigger discipline's kind of booty. I shoot, I give him an opportunity to shoot back at me, but it doesn't matter. I win the gunfight. And I'm just gonna sit here in E1 until I get another goo mine, so that I can put it on the E1 door, so that I know when somebody's gonna go for the hatch. And then after that, I drop. Right? It's a 4v3. I wasted my time. I killed one guy on the roam. I did my job. I'm going to drop back to site. We have numbers. I'm going to play the numbers. So that's something that a lot of people don't do either, especially in ranked. People overheat, right? You have one thing go right for you, and you're like, all right, I'm going to keep swinging. Got to get my clips. Post on TikTok or whatever. It's like, that's just dumb. If you want to actually win, play smart. Especially as an operator like Legion, where the longer the round goes, the more use I'm getting out of my ability. Because my goo mines recharge over time, right? If I die early, that's 3 goo mines that I'm just not getting. So, I back up, I play passive. I know that somebody dropped E1. I decide I'm just going to swing because he's contesting my teammate right now. And now it's a 4v1, and that dude is stuck in E1 with the hatch open. So, what do? I go to the hatch. I don't drop like Goyo because I know that if you're falling, you can't aim down sights anymore. I stay up there, and I just wait for her to walk in my line of sight. And there she does. Easy. Easy round. Nice little 3K, but it's not like, you know, the most exciting 3K, right? It's not like running around, run and gun. It's just cool, calm, collected. I get 1 kill off a rat, 1 kill off of just swinging off of my teammate's gunfire in the bomb site, and then 1 kill off of just playing on a hatch smart, right? Not everything has to be like flashy, if that makes sense. In order to like be consistently good, you kind of just have to do the same thing, play smart, all that fun jazz. It's not as exciting, but it's the best way to win. Now, you'll notice that just like last time we attacked upstairs, I'm just sitting on the windows. I'm making noise, opening all the windows, just making the defenders have to worry about me. And there's what I was talking about. Capcan jumped out. He hit me once or twice with a hip fire, but he can't aim down sights while he's in there. Or while he's falling. So he just hits my claymore and dies. It is the freest kill of my life. I don't even have to do anything. That being said, I throw my drone into sight, you know, just try to figure out where everybody is. There's one person playing Janny. There usually always is. This time it's a Jaeger. He crosses to the rotate where I can actually see him, so I light him up a little bit. It's unfortunate that I couldn't get the kill, and he ends up killing my teammate. But it's at this point that I probably should swing in. I make a little bit more noise. I make a hole in Janny wall so that as soon as he walks off of that reinforcement, I can potentially kill him. I think that I'm playing way too passive here. It's good to stay alive, but if I'm in a 3v2 and I see my teammates about to swing Janny, I should probably swing into the bomb site. Especially since this dock is probably E3 or Trump. So, following my own advice, I do swing in now. My teammate kills the janitor player, and it's a 3v1 against the dock. Now, notice how the blitz sprints at him, because that's just what ranked players do in a numbers advantage. They try to get the last kill. I'm just letting teammate plant and holding angles. He pre-fires me, so I know kind of where he is, and then I swing pre-firing as well, and I get the pick. It's like probably the calmest 10 kill game you'll ever see. Like, honestly, I didn't feel like I was doing that good during the game until the end, and I looked at it and I was like, oh wow, 10 kills, that's pretty good. And that just kind of goes to show that you don't have to be flashy to get, you know, high kill games. You just kind of play smart, just adapt, play off your teammates, things like that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. If you guys enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz. I will be coming out with another video next week. See you guys next time. Bye.
left.